Hey guys, as a bonus round today, I'd like to explore Darwin Castle's game. He's a Magic Pro Hall of Famer who made this game, Star Realms. It's pretty fun. I've been playing it for a while. Not a while. I played like all day yesterday. I don't know if that really qualifies as a while. But in between my Magic rounds today, I thought I'd play some of this game, see what you guys think of it. I am wanting to branch into other games, even though it is called Corsolis Magic. I figured this is a good place to start. So you have a couple options here. We can play versus the AI, which is probably what I'll do. You can play online, and you can you can do games that are where the turns are 48 hours or 3 minutes. Though that's like asynchronous play. You can play pass and play, which is like hot seat. There's a campaign mode. Chapter 2 is pretty hard, but let's go play versus the AI. Let's go easy on myself. So unlike Magic, this is a deck building game. So there's like this pool of cards in the middle called the trade zone, and you need to get money to buy the cards in the trade zone using the cards that you have. And an interesting feature also is that I can look at my opponent's deck. So this is the quote-unquote starter deck. Everyone starts with this configuration of cards, and these scouts give you gold and these vipers give you combat, and I'll show you how that works on this turn. So you get trade, right? You can buy stuff. So the only thing I can buy with 2 trade, and it's non-cumulative, whatever. So you only get like 1 a turn. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy an explorer, and the explorer goes to my discard pile. And after I draw all the cards in my deck, it'll shuffle this back into here, and I'll draw the deck again. So it's a deck building game. So I also generated a combat, which I can use to attack my opponent. And once your authority reaches 0, you lose. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So in my turn, everything goes to discard. I draw a new hand. So next turn, I can buy something worth 5 gold. And he bought the freighter. So there's different factions, which are these colored cards. And factions have like synergy bonuses. So like the blob carrier says, he gives you 7 attack, he costs 6 gold, and whenever another blob enters the battlefield, you can acquire a ship without paying its cost on top of your deck. So it's basically like a tutor. So that's a ship. These are space stations, and they just sort of hang out passively. And so every turn, I can give myself 3 life or 2 combat damage to attack my opponent. And then when another Federation ship enters the battlefield, I gain 2 combat. Or I think these are actually only 1 per turn. And since this is like the best card available, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Missile Bot. The red cards are actually pretty important because you can scrap a card, which basically means you remove it from your deck, like an exile effect. And, you know, part of the strategy of the game is getting rid of some of these starter cards fast that you can have access to better cards. The one I tend to axe first is the Viper, just because it's so weak. You know, it's like hardly anything in combat. So yeah, I'll take a Missile Bot. I guess I'll go ahead and take an Explorer. And the reason I like taking Explorers is because they're better than your starting trade ships, and once you've run out of use for them, you can scrap them without using another card to get 2 extra damage, and that's really useful for destroying opponent's bases. Because some bases, like this one, when it has the black shield, you have to destroy it before you can attack your opponent. It's like a creature with taunt in Hearthstone. So this turn I'll have 5 trade. My opponent is... Since I have 5 trade, I'll be able to purchase... I wish this was another trade one. Because I kind of want to get the Embassy Yacht and the base. But I think I'll just go ahead and get the yacht and an explorer. Okay, so there's my space station. So I do like that you can also see like what your opponent is up to and like, oh, what's my opponent been getting? My opponent's been going heavy into yellow. So 5 again. I think I want the freighter. I'm gonna take the freighter because 4 gold is quite a lot. And since I have 2 more of these explorers in my deck, I won't really need this anymore. I'm gonna scrap him. I'll get 2 and I'll just attack my opponent for 4. That seems good. So yeah, you can buy this game in card stores even. They sell it at 10th. I got the Humble Bundle, which came with a copy of this. A physical copy of the game in it, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I kind of want to play the Missile Bot, and even though the Viper's in my hand, go ahead and just scrap it, because I don't want it. So for 3 mana, or 3 gold, I think I'll just get another Federation Starport, and then maybe next turn I'll grab that Cutter. How many more of these Explorers do I have coming in my deck? Just one. I think I'll keep the Explorer for now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and scrap it, because I still have another cycle here before I have to discard my hand. Before my deck reshuffles. Alright, so my opponent is going a little hog wild this turn. Oh, flagship. I really hope I can get that. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can get the flagship this turn. It's a pretty strong Federation card. So yeah, let's grab that flagship. I'm going to be drawing a lot of trade dudes next. So definitely one trade. I feel like I don't really need this Explorer at the moment. So yeah, Explorers are good because you get them through like one run of your deck, and if you don't need them anymore, you can just get rid of them. So sometimes it's kind of hard to tell who's winning. I don't really know who's winning right now. I do know I'm about to gain. I'm about to draw a card. Ooh, yeah. I'd say I came out pretty far ahead. So now Blob is like wide open. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of my opponent's base. So now Blob is pretty open. That's the green one. Like Ram. Ooh, I want the... No, the trade bot's kind of bad now, even though you can scrap stuff. There's way better scrappers at this point in the game. Yeah, we'll start getting some Blob stuff. Just because Blob is pretty open. I get the Ram in my deck already. Alright, so again, I'm going to scrap the Viper in my hand. For 2 trade, I can get an Explorer, which I kind of like. Oh wait, I could have scrapped him and gotten 5 trade. Then I could have gotten the Hive. That would have been a better play. And this is only if I control, because this guy only get the thing if I have 2 or more bases. I draw 2 cards, which is pretty strong. So I can get, I think I want the Hive. I guess a trade bot, even though it's not that great, because I do need to start scrapping more stuff in my deck. My deck's getting a little big. Almost 20 cards. Ah, 13. I might just lose this game. So yeah, I'm gonna have to discard a scout, but I'm gonna scrap it with my missile bot. That's kind of what I want to do anyway. So I want the Cutter and the Federation Shuttle. So my opponent's unable to deal any damage to me this turn because I have out the taunt guy. And you can't deal this damage in increments, you have to do it all at once, so you have to generate 5 combat the turn that you want to do that. So with this, I'm just going to go ahead and scrap that. See what our random draw is. Ooh, I love Port of Call. I'm going to take that. Blast my opponent for some damage. So next turn is going to be a pretty big trade turn for me. I like the Patrol Mech a lot, so I might get him. Yeah, 9. Can I destroy one of his bases this turn? Yeah. So I want the Patrol Mech. I think I want this other base. I'll take the scrap dude. That seems pretty good. This card's pretty powerful. Basically lets you loot. Oh man, I didn't want to draw a card there. I wanted to scrap something. But the good news is I can win this turn. we go. All right. I'll probably be playing this game a little more. I think it's a lot of fun. It's pretty good in between rounds. I'll see you guys in my next Magic game, I guess. But I guess I'm putting this in its own playlist. So, I don't know. It's pretty fun. You should check it out. It's free and online. Like, if you want the digital version of the game, it's only $5, and you get it across all your devices. So, yeah, it's pretty good.